What's up, Go Enthusiasts? Back with some more Sumega. Back to solve another 6.plus problem. These ones are so hard. Oh, I'll try. Okay. Let me get some nice music going. Alright. Okay. Black to play. Some shortage liberties over here. Lots of connect and fail things going on over here. iSpace, 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 iSpace everywhere. No great vital points, some minor vital points. Exactly the kind of problem that's just so tough. Alright, so natural move to look at should be aiming at... Right, we should be aiming at trying to kill with the Liberty Shortage or a big eye in the inside here. So like this one and this one, these should be tempting. Particularly since this one is here, this one is tempting. However, my guess is that if you play here, and white plays at S14, it's going to be alive. Just a guess. So then if you play R15, they play R16, it's Sente, and then they play here and they're like Giga alive, right? So... Well, hang on a second. Here, 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 here. Fill this. It's actually dead. So that would be very stupid by weight, I guess. Wait a second. Here, 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 here. It is dead. Wait. That's dead. I didn't know that. Wow, there's no problem. Alright, that's a dead shape. So that means after here, here, here... Wait, cannot do that one, Sente. Probably White will just be dead then. If here, then here. Anyway, yeah. Looks like that will just be dead then. There's a possible trade going on, but it would be ultimately giving up. I mean, at least go. Okay, anyway, what that means is I need to check out here and here. Trying to understand what I'm aiming at in that variation. It's actually kind of awkward to figure out like what I'm even doing. Okay, probably the plan is connect White through on the top and go down and then hope that we're using some Liberty Shortages strongly. So it's going to have to block here probably to stop the Liberty Shortages from being used that well. And then they can connect this Atari and they can try to block the outside here. They're not shorted, so it would just be a fail for black. So if you play here, they're going to cover and cover everything. What if you push again and then they try to cover again? Can we ever make them like tight here? I don't think so. That's strange. I would have thought there would be a way to make them tight, but they always have like the outside liberty here. Even though they connect all the way through, we cannot just like get down enough. It seems weird. Excuse me. So what does it mean if we get, if we get these three and then we still fail? What does that mean for like what's going to succeed? Because if you play here, the idea should be like, oh, if I can get these three, then I'm going to win. But what if you can't? It must just be that like you have a move which has a stronger follow-up. It's possible to do stuff like push here as well, for the record. It's just I'm always very confused by it. But this push looks very strong, doesn't it? To aim at this weakness correctly. I think this push is a good move. Okay, so if here and then this one, then I can play here, and it's easily dead. Isn't this a repeat? Wait, I think this is a repeat. It's like very close to another problem that was already in this set. Here, and then block, and then there's a trick in there. But what is the trick exactly? Probably it's this one. And then after this, we can Atari. They can extend back. We can Atari. They're dead. They can capture. We can Atari. It's confusing. If they don't want Ko, they die. They definitely need to make a Ko there. And then when they make the Ko, it's definitely working Ko. So that's one easy Ko. But there must be better. Here, there. I think we do not want Ko. We want more. No, they don't want Ko. There must be a way. Oh, it's the Hane thing. I remember now. Hane was the move. I just couldn't remember it. But this happened before. We saw this before. What was it? It was Hane and then... Oh gosh. I completely forgot apparently. It was Hane and then something serious. Is it this one? To make it shorted. But this is a repeat. I didn't do this yet. Did I? Yeah, this is a repeat, but I still failed it. Push here causes problems. Hane here. It's so awkward. I saw Hane working in another line, so the reason why I did my line that I picked, like this, was because here I saw, okay, if it goes like this, then, yeah, so this way you can see Wei has to answer, and then you can Hane as the clean way. So I was like checking that. Here, you can't really Hane first, I think, because then they're gonna go capture, and then answer you. So what you do is you play this first, and then you wait for your chance to Hane, or to capture there. But that doesn't matter, it's Hane first. And if they play here, then now there was another trick. Now it was the trick that you used this one, I think. Gosh. This is actually crazy hard. Isn't it more like you use that first and then... wait. Okay, here and then here. Is that it? No, it's not. Because now... This way it's dead. Jesus Christ, man. Read. This way it's alive. Gosh. So you need to use this first? Because if it goes like this, it's dead. Right. And if it goes like this, then you go here. And now it's dead. Not like that. Like this. So if here, then you use this one first. Oh my god, I didn't even check this. So this way it's too easy for them. So this one. And then you use it this way. And the shortage of liberty is necessary. Wow. But I did see this before. And I just could not solve anyway. But I remember learning the push. How the push is powerful because of this entry here. Okay, so that's something reinforced, and then the other thing is the Hane. So a lot of it, like when there is no vital point, you can wait. They cannot do anything. So a lot of it is like waiting on their bad move is the key. Like giving them no good move. That's the key to this problem. Just say, hey, you have no good thing to do, nothing to do, until eventually they collapse. Like that should be this sort of modus operandi for these problems where huge space, lots of stuff happening, some iSpace stuff. You just say, all right, I won't give you a good move here. I won't give you a good move there. I won't give you a good move. I won't give you... So it's why like these moves are really bad. There's no chance of it working because it's giving way to good moves. And this move, these stuff, this is way more powerful. Now we can... Yeah, okay. Oh dear. It's another hard one. So if you just cut, then they're going to Atari and then play a S17, and then they are alive. That's a sort of standard one. So we need something better than just cut. And that means that we need a stronger reduction. Oh dear. So I'm thinking like T15. After T15, or sorry, I'm thinking like T14. T15 is obvious. I'm thinking like T14. After T14, then they can T15, and then that sort of standard ko inside, yeah? Where you can play either T17 or T18 should both make ko's. Where they take the other one, then you have to Atari and then ko. Although the T18 one is sort of suspicious that it might not be ko. So T17 is the correct way. There. Anyway. So I suspect that's too easy for this problem, so there should be a way to kill. I'm thinking about combining this T15 idea that... I mean, the problem with T15 is that they can even T15 T16, and then it's still, like, that's a dead. So it's still problematic, heavily problematic. Oh gosh, how is that supposed to die? How is this supposed to die? Maybe the problem is like T14 and then he has a way to try to dodge ko, and any way I can make a ko is successful here. Because this is so strong, this kind of white group. It's kind of incredible to me to say, like, let's dodge ko. That's ridiculous. Like, one thing, for example, you could try to do is exchange this and then go on this side. And then cut and extend, and that's ko. And then if they try to do something intermediate after this one, like let's say they capture. If we just fall back and they play here and we Atari, they connect, and we play here, it's dead. So if they do something else, it's ko. So S14, S19 makes ko easily. T14 seems to make ko, but kind of difficult. Is there some combination? I mean, even S14 directly makes ko. So it must be dodge ko, but like how? How? I have no chance, I feel. I'm gonna just go for a ko. What? It's the right answer. Okay. So, wow. I'm stunned. Okay, so here, they can use this one to dodge the ko, to not just play T15. So they exchange this first, and then they hop back. And then they say, hey, you can't come in. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this stuff is crazy. You have no chance of avoiding ko if you're gonna, or if like even. But this way was the best way, huh? So here and here, and now we're supposed to avoid ko here too. No, we're just supposed to make ko. This is just a way to make ko. How do you make ko, by the way? After, oh, you can't if you just do that. So this is just another ko. All sorts of ko's there. We're not avoiding ko. This one just dies most of the time, but in this case it's going to be a ko like this. Because they have the Atari, isn't it? That's making sense. This way is the easiest way. Obvious code. Wow, okay. I had it right. Okay, it was like understanding what exactly I have to go for. To dodge ko is way too much in something like this. So then once I find my ko, I'm supposed to be satisfied. And it was good the way that I tried to get my ko too. Alright, in general I did a decent job with this problem, I feel. For a 6 down plus, that was not so bad. But the main problem was that I didn't understand that I actually was supposed to accept a ko there. If I just understood that, then that problem would have been actually pretty easy. Which means I understand basically everything. Okay. You have black to play and reduce the center. So obviously a critical I space, cutting point there. No shortages out here. Lots of shortages over here. And then we have to find a way. Right. How do I make it so that they can't get good moves? In a position like this, that's like really hard. There's no I shape yet, so that's like something we're thinking about. Maybe there's one I shape over here. But okay, there is a potential to short these ones. If I have to make them chase, then they're gonna have 3 outside. There's like a lot, but maybe someday that can work. So let's say I got like this cut, and I played the sort of classic squeeze shape over there. Then they could play N19. And then I would just be failing. It would just not work. So getting those cuts and that squeeze is not working. How about if I get the other squeeze? Like let's just say I get the cut, and the Atari's this one. Well then, if I can capture over here, it might work. It might work. So probably if I get the cut, then he has to use this capture. And then what if I make it somehow so that he can't easily approach? So I'm thinking of setting up a position where I like, let's say I have the stones O18, P19, N19, and he has the stones cutting, and capturing over here properly. So yeah, I don't know how to do that exactly, but let's say I cut and then cut here, and then I play P19. Oh, he's gonna play this N19. There should be a good way to set this up. Maybe I play N19 first. He plays P19, I throw in, and then play here. That would obviously kill. So, yeah, if he plays P19 first, I throw in, he does that, and I capture here. He could capture. That's not good. Cut here, throw in P19, connect this way, then go here, then go Atari. No. Wait. Just go Atari, he cuts. Capture. Ah, I don't get it. Anyway, if I manage to set it up, let's not think about the practicalities, but just, I put these 4 stones down, he put cut here, and capture down. Then he gets the next move, and he can Atari with his. I guess I would go here. Wait, he's not even really working anyway. How do you manage to make it work? Maybe the M19 N19 exchange is better sometimes in order to short both sides well. Problem is that it's like permanent. Okay, I'm thinking I probably would rather look at the M19 N19 than N19 M19. Probably. Probably that's better. So then... What exactly should I be thinking? Should I be trying for? Maybe since everything... Does everything involve Q19? I mean, Q19 is a problematic move to start with because they can play outside. And then you have to play something like P19, keep it going. And then they just like connect solid and you like reduce. Possible to kill, possible. What are they, P19? So Q19 they connect, P19 they tiger. We Hane, they make the eye, they block the outside, and then we cut. And then they're suddenly broken. Okay, wait a second. Q19 might be a good start. Let's say Q19 and they play Q18. Do we actually have a squeeze there? Like now, it's a lot better hopes for a squeeze, but is it enough? Here, Atari. It's definitely enough. We can just directly make the bulky 5 shape. No problem. So Q19, how about if they play P19? That's also an obvious move. And then if we cut here and cut is clearly dead, and if here, then here, you connect, yeah. So Q19, P19, and Hane is clean dead. Okay, so Q19, the real moves are the connect and the outside moves. So if outside here, and then P19, and then white tries to create on this side. We can actually do this one, and it forces him back, because if he goes here, then we could try to Atari, and then it wins. And if it forces him back, then we can Hane first, and when they block, they can play here. It's good. So Q19, this one, we come back to it. It must be the only viable way. Then we're looking at P19, where if they play Q18, we want to cut. And if they play here, we can play directly to short. And if they play on this side, we can play here, 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 and short again. Okay, it's working. So here we can do this one. I thought, no. Wait. If I play here, then I get in trouble. So I need to actually let the ko happen, huh? If it goes like this. Did I mess up then? It didn't seem like I had to make the ko happen. How many steps does this go? I go there, he goes there, I go there. It is a direct ko. Man, only direct ko? That's all I get? Wow. I only get direct ko. Okay, Q19 was actually my first instinct when I thought, like, how do I make it so that they don't have a good move? Ah, they could also do this to directly form the ko. That's also making sense. I think this is the right way, but I don't know. Excuse me. This way I think is one co-threat worse, right? Is it? No, it's not. It's not. Because you can play the connect as co-threat. So this is the correct way for them, and then they managed to get the best co. Okay. Direct co. How was my reading here, by the way? Oh, yeah, that was easy reading. So Q19 was the key, yeah. Okay. Clean, I think I did this problem well. The main key is to trust more in this, like, don't give them good moves in the wide open space philosophy in order to get more value than them. You put your stone, like, doesn't have to be amazing, but their stone has to be bad. Okay, I don't know why I'm stalling out here. I just checked my internet, it's just fine. Okay, there we go. And this might be the last problem today. I do have a lesson to give soon. Black to play. Huge extra power over here. Some power here. Lots of short liberties. Super short liberties. Huge open space for white. Massive, massive space for white. Okay. Well, we want to play moves that don't give them good moves. So there's open eye space, open eye space, open eye space, cuts. So many cuts. And then the open space here seems extremely critical. So one method for me that looks promising is to Hane here. To directly use all the shortages, ask for their cut, right? Their cut seems like it will short their own liberty really bad. I don't think that's really even that considerable. So I'm going to look instead at then they block here, and then when I jump, at which point they could try to just connect, and then I can just connect without exchanging any throw-in yet. Then they can push an Atari and connect here, and then they'd be alive. So perhaps I should quickly throw in and then go back here, and then again they connect. I play here, an Atari, 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 and play this way. And even though I got the throw in, it does not actually matter. They're still super alive. So it seems like if I have to answer to this stuff on the side, it's not effective. So even if I Hane in here and he connects, I'd have to like think about connecting that next. And he captures this. There's obviously no chance. I've made some bad exchange over there. So maybe if I just jump and then prioritize on saving that, then that's the max reduction I can get over here. So here, and he blocks, right? Well, then I could Hane. But let's just read first. If I connect and he extends, that's alive, right? That's alive. So let's then look at Hane. And then he cuts. And then I play here. And he cannot cut, so he would capture this part. And I can Atari first, but he could capture, it can become Ko like that. If I Atari here, and he saves, then I can get another Atari and he can save, and then I can connect back. Then, at that point, he would have to directly capture in order to make sure to be able to save it, but it will end up being a Ko. There. Just thinking about whether at the moment I Atari here, he could have extended and then denied a ko. And it looks like the answer to that question is yes. So the moment I Atari'd here, his best move to extend here, after this one should be to block like this. And then there's no way for me to get in all the way. If I played on the inside first, he could play on the outside somehow. Maybe it's not that easy. There's no great outside move for him, since a lot of them are going to end up being self-murder. So if extend and extend here, and then it would actually be dead there. So huge blunder by white, I guess. Okay, so this jump into Hane should make a ko then, unless they can connect here, and then I connect, and then they can, I guess they can push through first and throw in and get all the sente first, or they can try, but then I would get an Atari first before they actually get the sente. So they'd have to come back, and then I could play here, and then they'd be dead. So if here, that means is just a dead shape. They can directly fix here, and then it will be ko again. So it's ko if I play S13. A couple of different ways. Unless they play S12, and then I'm going to push here, and we get a whole different kind of fight. I thought that this fight should be acceptable for me, but maybe not. Have to check. If they just descend, then we can play here and then block, and then it's Atari into answer, right, into this one, into ignore. Yeah, that shouldn't be working. So we have to look at some other moves to think about whether we can get better than just the ko stuff. Like, for example, what if we play R14 first and then claim that he's awkward and can't do anything? Like, if he goes there and I play here and make the connect, and then that's still the ko shape. Isn't there a way to dodge ko there? Ah, there is. Yes, there is. So at the moment that he does this, I need to push and then push here. And then if he pushes, I can Atari and connect back the other way, critically. Okay, so that means that, yeah, he has only the one ko method there, and actually it's better to start with this one, it seems. At least if he blocks here and I do this, then it's clearly dead. So he can't do that. He has to go underneath. And then we do this one. We didn't exchange a bad move. Still, if he does it the egregious way, then it's clearly working for black, so that's insane. Here, so they're going to block underneath. We're going to bump here. Maybe they immediately play connect here to try to dodge their short liberty issues. We can play here, and then they can play connect. And we can have to do that. They can extend in sente, or they can block also in sente and then try to block here. So the question is whether that block in sente I can do something tricky, like throw in, but not really. Okay, definitely here and then S14. This is the most combative variation. So if I connect and they play R15, I have to play outside, which is gonna work, probably. Yeah, that works actually. That works. So there's no need to fear that. So it's more like they're gonna play this kind of move sente, or hope for it to be sente, and then I'm gonna bust them here, and it's dead. Okay, I think this is the way to dodge ko. Um, I had a co-dodge here, didn't I? But it doesn't seem to work after this. Wait, he exchanged this first and then went in. That's so smart. Didn't I have a co-dodge set up for this? I swear I did. I guess I was lazy about it and I missed something. Well, only co. Darn! I'm sure that there's something here. I don't understand. How can I not have a co-dodge there? I was totally wrong. So this is an entirely different variation than what I was reading. I thought this is not working at all. But perhaps I can like use a reduction first. It's obvious that you have to do this. Okay, cut. This is just enough reduction. Oh, there can be shortage like that. Wow. So, wow. Okay, so this, just getting this. If you go to here, it can be enough reduction. 2 stones are so strong at killing, guys. 2 stone sticks like this, they are so strong at killing. They're so good at dying and then still, killing afterwards. And they're so good at breaking space and causing Liberty problems. Wow. Yeah, I totally missed this 6-7 exchange first to cause the co. Which is little bad reading. I thought we can do it this way and then push and here. And then you can see it's clearly... not gonna be a problem. But they were smart. They used the 6 thing first. That was correct. And so it has to be this way. Here I think it's... Oh, sorry, I need to use... I thought it's not so hard here, but I was wrong. Maybe as well. Alright, it didn't matter as long as you used that. So you just had to use the cut quickly there. Okay, yeah. This is why that's there. Okay. Here they should just not be strong enough towards the critical area. Yeah, they just dominate with the eye over here and we get a co, but it's not enough. Okay, so critically, these 2 stones are so strong. If blocked like this, then it's not quite like that. Hang on. Needs to be thrown in entire. Yeah. Then it would be working. Yeah. So they have to block this way. And if you connect, then they have enough space. But fortunately, you can do this thing first and this thing first. And all these things first. Wow. Everything is justified there. That's a nuts variation right there. But I knew that this one could be a strong move. This kind of belly attachment to the L is so strong, especially when you have so many liberties to short. I just thought that this one worked. I was gonna get to this one like next, I think. Maybe I shouldn't even check this kind of move, because it gives them a decent one, and this one does not give them as effective an option, counter option. Yeah. You can't go in right away. You have to do this first. That's right. You have to do all that first, and yeah. Yeah, and you have to descend, and then you can use the strong way. Wow. Great problem. What I learn is the opponent can have good timings too towards liberty shortages of your own. So you have to check those carefully. Especially when you're changing the result of a line that you misevaluated before. Because that's what happened for me, is I misevaluated it as co, and then I wanted to change the result and be like, oh, it's actually not, but it actually was co. And I only changed my evaluation because I got to it from a different direction, which was seeming very optimistic, but actually was not. It was not dodgeable there. Yeah, they can have hero resources, and sometimes that means that you have to use a different move. So it's like I definitely should read the other thing as well. And here, yeah, the reason why this is so strong is because we can make the 2-stone shape, which is so strong all the time. This 2-stone shape is just what a disaster for white to have to see that on your board, especially afterwards. I need to realize that this, this cut in Sente is disastrous for white. It's this move, which makes it completely collapse. Yeah, what a great move. It means that after this one, then we can play here, threatening to Atari, right? So white needs to fix without managing to short the liberties, and then it's all dead. This one is, I will liberty short you, but I will not touch the 2 stones until necessary. I won't touch any of your liberty shortages, and then they will collapse. It's so strong. That 2-stone shape liberty shortage threat is so strong. This one, same idea. Use the first line liberty shortage threat. And even though it seems the space is so big, all of the latent threats all collapse on white, and there's no way to live it. It's just clean dead. Very nice problem. Very nice. Okay, this is the problem we're gonna see next time. Feel free to read it as you like if you want to spoil yourself for next video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I've got a lesson in 10 minutes. See you then. Bye bye.